The deal has happened. Mkhitaryan has signed for Manchester United. It is now official. The player has come to Manchester United. It was reported a day or so ago, a few days ago, that Dimarzio had already said that had got a house in Manchester, which I said in the previous video. And absolutely delighted that this signing's happened. A player that's played for Borussia Dortmund. I've wanted him since we were interested in him. I know Arsenal were interested in him before, but it's great news that he's chose Manchester United over a team that are playing in the Champions League, and it does show that Manchester United can still pull the best players from around Europe, the top talent, even without Champions League football. Now that is a big positive for me because a lot of people have been saying that Manchester United can't sign the top players. Maybe we can't sign the elite players, you know, your Cristiano Ronaldo's, your Lionel Messi's and your Neymar's, but we can certainly sign some real top quality players this summer, and we already have strengthened with 3 signings, which is absolutely fantastic. He's going to bring so much more pace to the team, his goal scoring exploits and his assist exploits, and I've said before, his dead ball situations from his corners, which is fantastic news. He scored a lot of goals and assisted so many goals in the Bundesliga, and it's still a top league in Europe. You know, you've got some real top players playing there. Borussia Dortmund aren't the top team in the Bundesliga, so it is hard for them to overhaul Bayern Munich, and sadly for them, they also have to sell their best players. But it's been Manchester United's gain. He's wanted to come to Manchester United, which is a real positive. But this situation where we couldn't sign the best players, you know, all the other clubs are trying to have a dig at Manchester United. But I believe that the top clubs, even though they're not in the Champions League, you know, Manchester United and Chelsea respectively, can sign top players. You know, Manchester United are obviously a much bigger club than Chelsea, and we've got the established Jose Mourinho has been there and done it at every club he's been at, so that is a real big pull. But I've got to admit, the money at Manchester United and at Chelsea, the real top wages that we pay will lure players to these clubs, no doubt about it. But the fact that we are the biggest club, one of the biggest clubs in the world, and the lure of the Premier League as well, and as I said, under Jose Mourinho, these players will want to come and play in the Premier League. So many players want to come and play in the Premier League, it's untrue. Although we haven't had the real top talent, because the last couple of years, 2 or 3 years, the players, the real top ones, the Neymars, the Suarez's, have wanted to go and play for Real Madrid and Barcelona. But I believe the tide will turn at some point, because the Premier League are spending a huge amount of money on players, and we've now lured some of the best managers in world football to the Premier League. I'm really excited with this third signing for Manchester United. You know, the transfers have been done fairly early for Manchester United. You know, Sir Alex Ferguson liked to get most of his dealings done pretty early, but the last few years under Ed Woodward, we've really flapped around. I know before Jose Mourinho was a bit, well, sort of pissed off with Ed Woodward, according to reports that he hadn't signed more players. But you know, these deals do take time, and 3 signings already is absolutely fantastic. You know, this is really going to improve Manchester United's attack, because it wasn't until we saw on a regular basis Rashford, Lingard and Martial in the team last season that we actually looked an okay team. I'm not saying we looked a great team. We scraped through and won the FA Cup, and we were getting better towards the end of the season, I believe, with them 3 youngsters in the team. You know, when we played Wayne Rooney up front, and we were playing Juan Mata out wide all the while, it was just so slow. And with Mkhitaryan in the team, it's going to be so much more quick. I know Zlatan isn't the quickest player, but we're probably going to see Rashford play a decent number of games next season, because there's no way Zlatan's going to play every single game next season at 35 years of age. So, and there is a lot of Europa League games and League Cup games and that. So it is really exciting times with them 4 players: Rashford, Martial, Lingard and Mkhitaryan. They're the 4 players that I'm really excited with the pace of them. You know, Jesse Lingard's probably not going to be a starter, but when he does play along with Rashford, Martial and Mkhitaryan at times, maybe Zlatan's not playing, Wayne Rooney's not playing, and Lingard and Rashford get a chance, there's going to be so much pace in that team. And you know, certainly in the Premier League, in the English game, you need a lot of pace in your team, and it was just too slow with Juan Mata, which is why I think he's going to be surplus to requirements and along over the next year or so, Wayne Rooney. I think Wayne Rooney can still do a job as a squad player, but I'm really excited with this. Hopefully there's going to be some more, there will be some more signs. Need to maybe sign a right back, another central defender is certainly a big possibility, which I would like to see happen now. I was a bit unsure at one point, but with Rojo probably going, you know, I'm not too sure on Blind and Phil Jones deputising there if Bay or Smalling get injured. So a centre back and a right back for me, and a midfielder. The midfielder's got to be Paul Pogba. The centre back can be Manolas, Stones, or Varane, and the right back we will have to wait and see. Fabinho has been mentioned. If that's the case, Fabinho, Pogba, and one of them other three centre backs, that would be an absolute fantastic summer transfer window for Manchester United. Anyway, thanks for watching. Let me know your thoughts on the transfers so far. How excited are you? I'm not getting too carried away though. At this moment in time, I still think we're a bit short in winning the Premier League title, and it may take time for Jose Mourinho to implement his thoughts and express his team on the pitch. We will have to wait and see, but I think we can challenge for the title next season. If all things go to plan, at least get back in that Champions League. Like the video, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and I'll talk to you all again soon. See ya.